Travis Wayne Goodsoe. Well, after last night's video, the LDS Church and Mormons refused to be honest and confess. I threw in some teasers for 2022, which, for all case in point purposes, or whatever you call it, I get to miss, because Mormons have sent me to my death. And it then occurred to me, holy crap, how did I miss that? 3rd Nephi chapter 1. We're in it. This is it. Right here, right now. Holy crap. So, how should I do this? Should I go over 3rd Nephi 1 first, and then the signs in the heavens for the year? I think we shall. So, just as a reminder, Book of Mormon is not literal history. It's encoded. Remember the stupid video, Mormons. Dear God. I just... Anyway. 3rd Nephi, chapter 1. And Helaman was the son of Helaman, who was the son of Alma, who was the son of Alma. See what they're done here? Helaman, son of Helaman. Father and son have the same names. Joseph and Joseph. He's the Christ of Mormonism, the founder Christ of Mormonism. Joseph, son of Joseph. Alma, son of Alma, being a descendant of Nephi, who was the son of Nephi, who came out of Jerusalem in the 1st year of the reign of Zedekiah, 2017, king of Judah. Because the signs in the heavens correspond with 2017 being the 1st year of the latter days. And so, chapter 1. Nephi, the son of Helaman, departs out of the land, and his son Nephi. Joseph, son of Joseph, Helaman, son of Helaman, Alma, son of Alma, Nephi, son of Nephi. You see the pattern? But that's not the cool part. Because Mormons clearly don't care about the true Christ. As they say, Joseph Smith is wrong. He has no clue what he's talking about. He's wrong. It's Jesus who appeared to him, not a personage. It's Moroni, not Nephi, who appeared to him and gave him golden plates, not gold plates. Joseph is wrong. He didn't translate the Book of Mormon. It was Revelation. Threw a rock in a hat. We have to confess that part at least. But Joseph was wrong. And so he's wrong that the Book of Mormon is encoded. It's literal history, Joseph. You're wrong. We know better than you, Joseph, you who are the founder of our religion. And on and on and on. Nephi, son of Nephi, is keeping the records. I just want you to know there's a certain person who's keeping a record of the history of the people who you're sending to his death. I've been on this mission since 2017 when I had the dream. I didn't even know what the mission was. I was just inspired to begin collecting a history of the people. All these years, been doing it. And now I'm being sent to my death by the wicked Nephites. But that's still not the cool part. This just blows my mind. Dear God. Those signs and wonders abound. Yeah. Holy crap, how did they know? Dear God. All last year. Sign in the heavens, sign in the heavens, sign on earth, sign in the heavens, sign on earth. And nothing to show for it. As Mormons would rather leave during the winter time. Winter! The wicked Mormons plan to slay the righteous Mormons. I got another death threat on the stupid video. Can you believe that? Yeah, I'm sure we all can believe Mormons are that wicked. That they would give a little wink face after he posts my address and my apartment number. And so yes, 3rd Nephi chapter 1 is getting fulfilled. Mormons have a date for my death. And I've been telling you about it. The church got me. They threatened my life. I told you about it from the beginning. It's now the cover video on the homepage. The night of Christ's birth arrives. I was thinking from 2017, well, that's the sign of the birth from Revelation 12. That's when it occurred, 23rd September 2017. And so I was confused because there was no death threat back then, per se. It followed after this. That's when it began. And it was during this time because Karen was already being sabotaged to leave me with the solar eclipse in August of 2017. That she missed it as a result because they were tearing us apart so that I could be vulnerable, so that they could begin attacking me after that point. It was just horrifying. What they did to her was just wrong. But she left, and she ain't coming back. It's this year. This year. Holy crap. Because the sign of his birth is accompanied with a new star. Holy crap, how did they know? Oh my God. I mean, seriously, I am in complete amazement to know from the beginning of Egyptian mythology, the whole story of Osiris getting murdered by Set and then Horus stepping up, all that is prophecy of our day. Because the solar eclipse occurred with the blinding of Horus's right eye at the beginning of the conflict. And it was the Egyptian New Year. But this, how did they know this? Holy crap. And there's more. There's the night without a night. How did they know? Holy crap! I had no clue. I was just, oh. And I'm going to be dead. I'm going to miss it all. The Mormons aren't going to back off. They're going to murder me despite the signs. Oh my God. See, because the Gadianton robbers slaughter many. Oh, dear God. AD 1 through 4. Not quite. Get that off of there, Bruce. This is code. This ain't literal history. Oh my God. Now it came to pass in the 91st year it passed away, and it was 600 years from the time Lehi left Jerusalem, which is 4 CE, if it were literal history. Because there was a total solar eclipse in 4 CE. 20 years from 4 CE, 8 April is the last day of the latter days. 2020 was when the desolating sickness came across the land. So, there were some, that's to say the least, to say the most, who began to say that to say the least, who began to say that the time was past for the words to be fulfilled that were spoken of by the name of God the Lamanite. And who's been that person, Mormons? Him who you want to murder. And they began to rejoice. Yes, they are. Over the Mormons, saying, "Behold, the time is past, you blind and foolish Mormons. Desnat rules you all. We are Gadianton." How did they know? Dear God. "And the words of Samuel Travis are not fulfilled. Therefore, your joy and your faith concerning this thing has been in vain. Desnat rules." How did they know? Now it came to pass when Travis, son of Travis, saw the wickedness of the Mormons, his heart was exceedingly sorrowful. And he prayed. I have the prayer video for the Restoring the True Joseph Smith's Church of Christ channel. Isn't that interesting? Because, yeah, I was thinking about 3 Nephi 1, and then boom, oh, yeah, I should do a video on prayer for that channel. Because we know that the devil teaches the man not to pray, and we're supposed to pray always. Well, how are we supposed to pray always if we have to live? It's because you've thought about prayer incorrectly. It's not getting on your knees, folding your arms, bowing your head, closing your eyes, and speaking. That's not prayer. But the devil wants you to think it is. That's the whole point. The devil delighteth in idols. Idol worshiping. What is idol worshiping prayer? Ta-da! And so the true prayer is what you can do all the time and still get your life saved by eating, sleeping, etc. Ta-da! Anyway, I digress. So Travis prays and says, "When is it going to happen?" Well, we sort of missed that one, but we got some other stuff planned for 2022, Travis. No, you have to have all of them. Frustrated. The words of the prophets have been frustrated now because nothing happened last night. At least as far as I know. And that's now an anomaly. What happened? What the hell? Am I going to find out later today that something happened? I don't know. As far as I know, nothing happened. Because I would have thought it would have been in front page news all over the place by now. People would have been woken up. What? Nothing happened. Dear God. The prophets have now been frustrated. All that research and nothing. Be of good cheer, Travis. For behold, the time is at hand, and you're going to die, and you're going to miss it. But the Mormons will learn, and then they'll come to your channel. No, they won't. Once I am officially gone, YouTube will realize this and go, "We got him. Ban his channel. He's gone anyway. What does it matter?" And all my words will be gone. There will be nobody coming to my channels to find out anything about the truth. YouTube will officially have silenced me and censored me. After all this time torturing me, keeping the word away from you. And so, here we have the going down of the sun. There was no darkness. And so, yeah, people are surprised. Guess what this is? This one is Beltages. It's in Orion, which anciently was Osiris. It's his armpit star. It is expected to explode this year. They're guessing May. But these are astronomers. They're observing the patterns and doing the math calculations. But again, this is going to be new. So they're not quite sure, but May is when they're expecting it to occur. But it could happen earlier, and it could happen later. It could happen never in our lifetime. But dear God, it's right there in 3rd Nephi. With the new star. Holy crap. Osiris, constellation, Orion, is shaped like an hourglass, but the one lower left star is not so bright. And because of that, I've always seen it in the heavens as a shofar horn, as planets and the moon and sun, whenever it gets there each year, are like being messages set down. Different messages according to the planet and the celestial body that passes through it at the time, when there's a sign in the heavens at that same time. And so this is going to be a clear message. 3rd Nephi, chapter 1. Dear God, how did they know? And so, should I put it up? I think we should. We'll put up the pictures for you of what it'll look like and where it'll be, and then we'll come back for the new star. can't make this too long of a video. I've got to get running, as you can tell. But, dear God. I mean, these are astronomers. These are hard scientists. They observe this. They see the pattern. They are aware of what is going to happen, and they're making their test prediction for May, sometime as early as May. Dear God. They're not thinking of the Book of Mormon. Book of Mormon's not on their mind. You know, James Bond brought up the Book of Mormon to Felix in No Time to Die at the bar. Who's the Book of Mormon? Mormon. Speaking of the villain character, as we find out later in the movie. But, yeah, nobody knows what I know. I am Samuel the Lamanite, literally. If you haven't caught on by now that I'm the one telling you about the signs in the heavens, where have you been? And thus I am also Nephi, son of Nephi. You just don't care. You're Gadianton band within the Mormon Church. Oh, dear God, how precise and accurate the Book of Mormon is. It just blows my mind. Where's the new star? Come on. Because the sign had been given. Oh, there it is. Down in 21. And it came to pass also that a new star did appear according to the Word. Dear God. Now the new sign, or the new star rather, does have other support. It's not just in the Book of Mormon, because it is in Matthew chapter 2, verse 2. Those from Orion, oh my God, come to Jerusalem, to the dead King Herod, who died in 7 BCE. Because remember, Mormons, you're stupid. You think this is literal history too. And you want to murder people who don't believe that this is literal history. But anyway, they come and say, where is he born king of the Jews, who is going to die and fail to save the Jews, according to prophecy? But then they'll create a story where he's going to come back from the dead in a future time to murder everybody, take over the world governments. We have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. It's also tied to the star of Yahab from the Bible, but they don't have it here anywhere in the footnotes. Dum dum dum. I tried to get it to connect here. What? Should we take a journey? I need to go running. Guess we'll have to be late. Alright, so it's Matthew chapter 2, verse 2. I know we were a part of this. We did this chapter, or this whole verse, or book. LDS Scriptures. And we need New Testament. Then we need to switch it to Espagnol and Matteo, chapter 2. Okay. ¿Dónde está el rey de los judíos? Porque su estrella hemos vista en el oriente y venimos a adorarle. I'm guessing C. Helaman, Nephi. Oh, they took it out. Oh, you bastards. Oh, you bastards. I try to help you guys. And they are just saying, nope, screw you all. In Numbers, chapter 24, and this also aided to why Nelson botched the translation of Israel with the white supremacist definition. This is Balaam, son of Beor. He prophesies. He's supposed to curse Israel. Instead, he blesses Israel. And the one king, Balak, is angry with Balaam because of it, because he paid for a cursing, not a blessing. But in verse 17, I shall see him, but not now. Who? I shall behold him, but not nigh. Who? There shall come a star out of Jacob. And a scepter out of Israel. And not a single person on the face of the earth but me knows what this means. You get exclusive in understanding from me. And I don't understand why scholars and Hebraists can't figure this out. I've gone over with you the corrected Genesis story of Cain slaying Abel. Noah comes from Cain. But they've altered the text to say that Noah now comes through Seth, the new son of Adam and Eve. Well, Seth is the one who murdered Osiris, Cain. Why he couldn't just say, Cain takes over the kingdom. Instead, they have to go to the end of the story and say that Cain loses the contest with Noah, the future son, and blah, blah, blah. It's just... Anyway, I digress. Abraham usurps the birthright blessing from Pharaoh. Isaac usurps the birthright blessing from Ishmael. Jacob usurps the birthright blessing from Esau. Joseph usurps the blessing and birthright of Reuben. Ephraim usurps the birthright and blessing of Manasseh. Each and every single one in the line usurps the birthright and the blessing. Do you see the pattern now? And so Jacob, the usurper, is now going to have the true Messiah of the latter days through his lineage, the star of his birth. 3 Nephi chapter 1, Matthew chapter 2. And the scepter out of Israel. It's the same guy, the latter-day Christ, out of Israel. That's why Israel's name is the new name for Jacob, the usurper, because it's Yah, Prince of God. Not let God prevail as a white supremacist terror threat. The future Yah, the Prince, heir to the kingdom, is to be born now through Jacob, not Esau. And yes, mortal, not Jesus. Jesus is not historical. He is another apocalyptic literature story, a type and shadow of the future Christ. And so he's not dead on the cross. That's the sign in the heavens of his death, because he ascends to heaven. That's the sign in the heavens of when. But they told it in story form, just like Samson, who dies at the end. How does he die? He destroys the Philistines at their temple, knocking down the temple with both eyes blinded. Isaac gives it to Jacob because he's blinded. All of these are signs in the heavens, told through story form, giving us star dates for when they are to occur. The likeness of things on the earth, from the Joseph Smith translation of Revelation 12:1. And destroy all the children of Sheth. Phonetically the same as Seth, phonetically the same as Set, from the Egyptians. So 3 Nephi chapter 1, verse 21, a new star of his birth did appear. March 17th, guys. I told you that's his birth date. His actual birth date. The Mormon, according to Joseph Smith, who is to be the Christ. That prophet is Christ, says Joseph Smith, the first Christ of Mormonism. And there it is. Samuel the Lamanite has spoken. So let it be said, so let it be written, so let it be done. And so now I'll show you those pictures, and we'll end, and I'll go running. Dear God. But yeah, the part about the Gadianton Mormons wanting me dead, that's still going to happen as far as I know.